Hey guys, it's GhostCuber, and today I'm going to show you how I solve the Megaminx. This is a method that I came up with a couple years ago, and as far as I know, nobody else uses it. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else does, but I haven't ever heard of anyone else using it. The first thing I'll do is just go over the basic steps of the method. So the first thing I do is build the star. Then I solve the corners on the first layer, then the second layer. However, after that, I start to do things very differently than most people. I solve the stars on all the sides adjacent to the white center, and then I fill in all of the corners. Next, I solve these edges right before the last layer, and then I solve the last layer. I start last layer by orienting the edges, then I permute the edges. Then I orient the corners and permute the corners. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, I have the puzzle scrambled. I'm going to start with the star. The first thing I see is this blue piece and this red piece. I would bring the blue over, bring the red up next to it, and do a U2 to solve those. Next, I would bring the green piece up, and next I see the purple piece, and the yellow piece. Next for the corners, I see this corner that goes here, so I would insert that. And then I see this one that goes here. Then I see this one that goes here. Then this one that goes here. And finally this one that goes here. Next I would solve this blue and red piece with the 3x3 LBL algorithm. Then I would move this piece around the puzzle until I get it where it needs to go, and solve that. Then I would solve this piece. Then this piece. And there's F2L. Now this is where my method is very different than most other ones. It's very nice because there's no fixed order for how you need to solve the pieces. For example, I would probably solve this piece first, bring it over and insert it down like that. Then I have this one like that. Then this one like that. Bring this over like this. Oh, just here next to it. Bring this up, insert it down. Bring this up to the top. Bring it over and put it down. Bring this to the top. Put it where it goes. Bring this to the top. There's this one already here, so I bring it out of the way. Bring this up, over, and down. Then I have this purple and orange that goes here, but this is already here. So I turn this up once, turn this over, up again, back over, and down. Next is pink and blue. So I insert it like that. Here's blue and green. Then blue and purple, I bring it up to the top, over, up, over, down. And when I think I have all the edges done, I kind of do something like this, just to make sure I can see all the stars. And then I keep rotating like this. And then I solve all the corners around here. The first thing I would do is solve this corner, then this one, then this one, then this, then this, then this. Take this out, put it where it goes, put this where it goes, and finally put this where it goes. Then I look again and make sure I have all 6 of these faces solved, which I do. And then I move on to these edges right before last layer. The first one I would solve is this. Then this. Then flip this one. Then this. And finally this one. The next thing I do is orient the edges for last layer. In this case, I only have one edge oriented, so I put it on the front left and do F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, U, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then I try to see which edges are solved from here. In this case, I see I have a T-perm to cycle these three. And then I would permute the corners by doing R prime, D prime, R, D, but from a different angle. So it actually ended up being U prime, R prime, U, R. Then I turn the top until the edges line up with the centers again. And finally solve the corners with a commutator. This is a 4-corner case, which is probably the worst, but it's still not too bad. I take this corner out of where it is, put where it goes above it, and insert it. Then put this corner where it goes. Then this is very important. If you have a 4-corner case, when you take the 3rd corner out, you have to turn the bottom side this way. If you don't, then it won't work, and you'll have to start last layer over on a different side. Then you move where it goes over top of it, put it in, put where this goes over top of it, and put it in, and done. So that's how I solve the Megaminx. I just thought this was a pretty interesting method, and I thought you guys might like to see what I do. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Finally, I'm going to put a solve at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.